Hey, Ish Monroe here talking about seasonal patterns. You know, fall time of year, what are the fish doing? They're chasing bait, and there's no better imitator to me chasing bait than the river to sea rig walker. You know, this bait right here is a small swim bait that has a hook in it with a jig head inside built in. It's pretty much what's going to imitate the best bait fish out there. I really like throwing this bait in the fall because you're chasing a little bit better average fish with a bigger swim bait than you would if you're fishing, say, a crankbait or a worm or a spinner bait. I really like this bait because it catches big fish. I really like this bait because it swims through the grass really well. You know, I really like this bait because it imitates the bait fish. It's pretty much, you know, you throw the bait out there in the backs of the coves where the fish are migrating to, chasing the bait, and you just wind it. And when the fish goes up and eats it, it's just a swing hook set to hooking that fish, and you just fight them in there. The one thing I don't like to do is let fish fight with that swim bait. I try to crank them in, not give them any time to play around, because they get this swim bait swinging around in their mouth, they get to throw it. So I stay a constant retrieve on it. I'm always pulling on that fish, and I'm swinging them in the boat. You know, people say that, man, I lose so many swim bait fish. Well, they let that fish get that bait, and he starts swinging it around in his mouth. It's a pretty heavy bait, you know, and it's a big bait, and so it'll waller out that hook in there, or it'll pull that bait right out of that fish's mouth. So keep the pressure on him, wind him in, and swing him in the boat. I fish this bait on 10 to 12 pound test maximum fluorocarbon. You know, most of the time, most of the lakes I go out there, I'm fishing the 10 pound, but you start getting in lakes like the Delta and Clear Lake or Gunnersville or any Okeechobee where there's a lot of big bass, you might have to upsize the 12 and sometimes even 15 pound maximum fluorocarbon. The rod that I use first is a 7'4" Dees swim bait rod, you know, teamed up with the Tatula 6:3-to-1 gear ratio reel or the Lexa 300, depending on the size swim bait that you're using. You know, the bigger swim baits, I like to use the Lexa reel. The smaller swim baits like the rig walker right here, I love using the Tatula 4 because, like I said, you're only fishing on 10 or 12 pound tests. You know, fish are chasing bait in the fall, and so this imitator right here is definitely going to catch them. So get out there in the fall, that water temperature starts dropping, they're going to be chasing bait. Get yourself river to sea rig walker, and you're pretty much going to be ready to go.